Hello, Snarkatarians. What's up? It's Jess. Thank you so much for hanging out and spending some time with me today, especially if it's your Labor Day weekend. Happy Labor Day. Can you believe it? Where did this year go? It's flying by so fast. Anyway, today I'm excited to be talking about the new Physicians Formula Organic Wear makeup and skincare line. Actually, just mostly the makeup line. I have not gotten any of their skincare, but I do like some of the... I have some of the Physicians Formula makeup. I've used some of their skincare, and I've liked both. One of my holy grail foundations is actually the Healthy Foundation, and that is just a stunning, stunning foundation. But this is more organic. If you don't know anything about Physicians Formula, let me give you a little bit of a background. So basically, Dr. Frank Crandall created a line for his wife who had lupus and had very sensitive skin. So he wanted to create a makeup line for her, specifically for her and for anyone else who had a lot of sensitivities to chemicals, to things that were being put into cosmetics at that time. This was formed in 1937. So even back then, there were a lot of skin sensitivities and things like that. So he wanted to create a makeup line for his wife, but that other women could use as well. Through the years, they have come up with over 150 skin irritants that cosmetics companies put in their cosmetics line and skincare lines, and they are really trying to do their best to take those things out. They've done that with their line anyway. They are cruelty-free. They do not test on animals or commission outside facilities that test on animals, so that is a big plus. So they have come out with, I mean, even their regular skincare line and makeup line is good in that respect of skin sensitivities and the things that they're putting in, chemicals and things that they're putting into that, but they're now branching out to even organic makeup lines and skincares. The three happy ingredients that you'll see in pretty much all of the makeup that I'm going to talk with you about today. You're going to see jojoba, you're going to see coconut oil, some of you may have skin sensitivity to coconut oil, and cactus flower extract. There are a couple other things that you'll see kind of sprinkled in, but they're all organic, they're all naturally processed, so that's good. So I have pretty much a full face of this organic wear line from Physicians Formula. The only thing that is not a part of that is my eyeshadow, but it is Physicians Formula. It's one of their quad sets, so we're gonna go through that. So if you're interested in makeup and skincare, and you, for any age really, but if you're specifically 40 and older, come back on a weekly basis. I try and upload at least once a week when I can. Subscribe. Join the Snarkatarian family. Be snarky with me. It'd be much appreciated. So hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notifications bell, and that'll let you know when I do upload new content. Again, like I said, it's about once a week at this point. I just want to give you a little update. I did, as of yesterday, complete my 30-day alcohol-free challenge. Round of applause. I even got a box of Bon and Viv hard seltzer that I was going to have at midnight, and I didn't. I went to bed. So a little pat on my back there for that. We're going to go to 2 big picnics this weekend, so you know that's probably out the door at this point. I will try and take it easy though, as far as imbibing in adult beverages. But I am proud of myself. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. So yay. So I'm gonna describe the things that I've got, and I will put those on my face, and we're gonna get into that right now. All right, so here we go. My face is moisturized. I have not primed yet because I do have a primer that I'm gonna be putting on my face. Now, everybody's somewhat familiar with Physicians Formula. This is their organic wear collection, and basically the difference between this and some of the other products they have, this is apparently organically farm grown without GMOs, pesticides, herbicides, or unwanted chemicals, synthetic colors, dyes, or fragrance. It also has ecologically friendly packaging. A lot of the bottles are glass. They can be recycled in different ways, so that's really nice. I certainly appreciate that. So as I said, I am not primed. I am going to start with the Organic Wear Mineral Primer. You will notice that a lot of the 3 main products in these things are, you're going to see jojoba oil, organic coconut oil, and cactus flower extract. Those are the three main things that you find in a lot of this stuff. One of the things that seems to be cropping up more and more are sensitivities to coconut oil. So if you find that you are kind of sensitive to that, you probably want to skip this line of cosmetics because coconut oil is in a majority of their things. It seems to be a skin irritant, which is a little confusing because Physicians Formula tries not to put a lot of skin irritants in their formulas, and you know, maybe they're talking more about synthetic or chemical irritants, but coconut oil seems to be one of those things that is more natural, obviously, but it's causing more of an irritant to people. I'm hearing about that more anyway. So anyway, we're going to start with the primer. Like I said, it's a glass bottle. It has a pump, but my pump does not work. So I'm going to just put it on my hands and smear it on my face. The primer runs for $15.99. A weightless mineral-based primer to moisturize and prep the skin. Is organic nourishing complex and botanical cactus flower to balance and hydrate the skin as well. So, like I said, here's the pump. Glass bottle, which is really nice, but unfortunately, this is not working. So I'm just going to unscrew this. Get some on my fingers. It is a thick kind of primer. Rub it on my fingers and just kind of press it into my skin initially. There's no fragrance in any of this stuff, so you will not be smelling anything. It says cactus flower. If it has a scent, you won't be smelling it. It is definitely moisturizing. It sinks into the skin pretty nicely. It does take a minute or two to set, so I'm going to give that some time and chat with you about the foundation. Talk about the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Silk Foundation Elixir. Again, it's a glass bottle. It has a medicine dropper. It is a very thin, liquidy kind of foundation. It's an elixir. It's more of a serum kind of thing. This runs for $15.99 as well. There are a total of 12 shades. Wah, wah. But I think it's sheer enough that you can use it on multiple skin shades. This in particular is light medium, and this is 1 fluid ounce. It is also nourishing and weightless. It's supposed to improve skin tone, and it has sheer coverage. So if you're looking for something, you want to cover up pimples, you want to cover up freckles, this is not it. This isn't going to be it for you. It's going to be sheer. It's going to be one of those no makeup days, and I'm okay with that. I do have a couple blemishes going on here, so that angers me a little bit. If you just want something that's going to kind of even out your skin tone, give you kind of a nice even finish to your skin, not look cakey, not look like you're wearing any makeup, this is definitely going to be more your speed. And I think I'm going to be using this today. It'll be a good day to do that. And this has the organic jojoba oil, aloe vera, coconut oil, and botanical cactus flower for moisture. And it's supposed to give you an airbrushed and dewy finish. Again, not a lot of coverage, but it's going to be an evening out of the skin tone and just kind of give you a nice all over even finish. So it is liquidy. It isn't a bad idea to kind of shake it up a little bit. And I'm just going to apply this with my fingers, kind of like how I do the Clinique Even Better Glow. And just put a couple drops. Do about 4 drops there. Spread it on my fingers, on my face. And then I'm just going to rub it in. Again, no fragrance. It has like a nice satiny feel to it, kind of velvety, but is not matte at all. It does give a nice kind of even natural luster to the skin, which I certainly appreciate. I am going to go in. I do have a dampened sponge here. I am just going to press that in a little bit. But there is no coverage. I mean, you can certainly see the blemishes here. It did get rid of a little bit of the redness. But like I said, this is no makeup. It almost kind of reminds me of the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue, like CC cream, and they have the stick, which I really like too. I think there might be a tad more coverage in that than there is with this, but I'm going to treat this as a serum with some pigment in it I wouldn't consider this a foundation by any stretch of the imagination. Think of it more of a serum with some tint to it, a tinted serum. Let's go with that. But it feels really nice on the skin. Definitely moisturizing, but not oily or greasy. That being said, I am going to powder here in just a moment. I'm going to put a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to do my concealer and then powder, and then I will be right back. All right, so I did something stupid and powdered my face before I put on my bronzer and blush, which are both cream products. So we'll see how that works. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the Organic Wear Sculpting Bronzer. This also has jojoba oil in it. And this is in the color Toffee. They have 2 shades, and this runs for $11.99. It also has natural Indian senna seed, whatever that is, aloe, and cactus flower. Again, you're going to see the aloe, you're going to see the jojoba, and the cactus flower. It's supposed to be ultra blendable and buildable, and hydrating with antioxidants. Hair on my lip, a little bit here. This is the darker of the 2 colors. I wanted to use this more as like a sculpting color, as a sculpting shade as well. So it is a little darker. It looked cooler between the 2 shades, but it definitely is not. There is a red tinge to it, which isn't bad. It works well for a bronzer, but I just put a little bit here. I'm going to use this as a contour and bronzer kind of thing, and just kind of work that in over my powder. I have everything mapped out, and I'm still screwing stuff up. Got a whiteboard. I'm like marking everything down. This is how I'm going to do stuff, and she screws it up. This blends really nicely. Probably blends better under powder than over powder. But it's not an abnormal color on my face, which is good. Like I said, it does have like a little bit of a red undertone to it, which is fine. I'm going to go in with my Eco Tools brush and kind of get some on my forehead here, and blends really nicely, even on top of powder. And you can build it up really nicely. You can make it as subtle or as deep and chiseled as you want. But we're going to move on to blush. This is the Dewy Blush Elixir, and this is in the color, I think, Gorgeous Peach. And this, quite honestly, reminds me a lot of the Flower Beauty blush bombs in Pinched. This particular color anyway. It's pretty much spot on. But it's really nice. I like this. This runs for $13.49. Again, it's in a glass bottle with a pump. This one does work. And it's 0.5 fluid ounces. And this is lightweight, easy to build, natural looking color, and it's supposed to give you a long lasting glow. Like I said, it's very similar to the Flower Beauty Blush Balm Drops or something like that in Pinched. There are organic super fruits infused in here, predominantly cranberry and blueberry. Also, you're going to have the triumvirate, aloe, jojoba, and cactus flower. So I just you want to shake it, and I just put a little bit of it on the back of my hand here. And it's very pretty. Very kind of luminous. It's very kind of sheer. It's a pretty color. So I'm just going to take that initially with my finger and just pat that on my cheeks. And then take my sponge and blend that in. And it's a nice, pretty sheer wash of color. And it does last pretty long. I have used these, all of these products I've used once for work. And I thought it looked pretty decent at the end of the day. And I think these are a good way to start if you're interested in some cream products but don't want to, get anything like super crazy. I think this is a good way to start. Not quite, it's a little patchy here. For some reason I have more issues with this side of my face than I do this side. This one always looks much more seamless. And I would blame it on the fact that I powdered, but I think it's just my face. It's a little off. But this, how pretty. It's so luminous without looking greasy. It just is really, really pretty. And it's kind of like a stain. So I'm going to just kind of set that a little bit with some of my Maybelline Fit Me powder. They do have a highlighter. I did not get that one. There are a bunch of highlighters that I'm enjoying right now. I didn't really feel the need to purchase another one. But that looked lovely as well. But we're going to move on. I'm going to do my eyebrows. And then I'm going to show you, I'm like super excited about the gel product that they have. Wait until you see this brush. It is the cutest thing. All right, so brows are on. And I used my typical BH Cosmetics and my Urban Decay blade. Now, this is the brow shaping gel, again with jojoba oil. Brow gel is $12.49. I have this in the shade Soft Taupe. There is a clear shade and then 3 additional shades, including the Soft Taupe. So this is a flexible hold to condition, sculpt, and set, infused with jojoba oil and coconut oil, aloe, and cactus flower. But the cool thing about this, wait until you see this brush. I saw it and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It's so tiny. Look at that. It's adorable. It doesn't really look like there's much to it, but it really does a nice job. So I'm going to throw this in my brows. Give it a little extra shape. Why not? And color. I had tried another brow product from Physicians Formula. I don't really remember what it was, but it was like a big spoolie and almost like a thick ink tip, like angled ink tip. Some people really liked it. I had a hard time with it. I think it was a little too bulky for these brows. But this is the kind of thing where I think there's enough of a color payout on here that I really wouldn't need to do a ton of other things. Like I could probably just go in with this on its own if I wanted something just a little bit more natural looking on those no makeup days. There is a good amount of product on that brush when you first bring it out, so you might want to scrape some off of it into the tube, but it does give a nice little bit of definition to the eyebrows. So I'm going to move on to eyes. Now this line does not have any specific eyeshadows, but I did spend enough money that they sent me a healthy lip, liquid lip, and also an eyeshadow quad. So I thought I could definitely do a full face of makeup for the most part. And this is the healthy eyeshadow that they had come out with. This is in Smoky Bronze. And these are actually good colors for today with what I'm going to be wearing to a party that we're going to in a little bit for the Labor Day weekend. So I'm going to do a little prep into the eyeballs here. I have never used any of the Physicians Formula eyeshadows before. Here's a swatch of the colors in here. It's like 3 very warm colors, and then that third one from the bottom is quite cool, but I will use that for my crease. I think I'm going to take that gold color here and kind of put that all over the lid here. I'm going to use my finger for that. I'm going to switch to a little brush because I don't need it to be super intense or anything, but I do want to kind of get in a little bit more in my inner corner and up here, the top of my lid. I'm going to take this angled brush here, and then I think I'm going to use this kind of rusty color on the outer corner and bring that in a little bit to the center. Definitely seem like colors that you need to be patient with and build up. And I'm going to go in with this kind of darker rusty color here and concentrate that on the outer corner. Take a little bit of a smaller brush here, and I'm just going to grab that first color that I put in my crease and just kind of blend that out a little bit more into a rust color. It's actually, and then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and kind of buff that out a little bit more. Blend. So I'm going to go back in with this rust color and this one here and kind of go under my eyes. Okay, so I'll probably add a little bit of a darker color on my eye, my upper lash line. But the next thing I have is the Fake Out Mascara in this really pretty little feathery kind of thing. This is a volumizing and lengthening mascara with lash boosting volumizers. It has natural silk, cotton, and volume building. I said that already. Try this again. Volumizing and lengthening with lash boosting complex, whatever that is. This has natural silk cotton and volume building natural fibers. It has a recyclable eco brush that defines lashes. It's actually a very bulbous kind of brush. can see there with the little plastic bristles. Some plastic bristles. But it does define very nicely. This runs for $10.49. The one problem I've noticed, and I'm not sure if it's the mascara or something weird just going on with my eyeballs lately, but the first time I used this, I did get some smudging underneath here. But then the next day, I used one that I use all the time, and I also got smudging. So I'm not exactly sure if it's me. You know, like this side of my face is patchy. Damn, what? It really is. My eyebrows look great, though. Just saying. So we got some mascara on here. But you don't need much. I don't think they have multiple colors. I think it's just black. I feel like this brush is a little too thick. But it does do a nice job of separating the lashes. That is for sure. I don't really think that it volumizes that much. If there are any fibers in here, I sure don't see them. It's a very wet formula too, so you probably want to take a second before you're blinking a ton for it to set down. Because I did get transfer very quickly on my lower lashes and my under eye. I don't know about volumizing, but I think it does lengthen my lashes. I think they look quite, they look like they're coming up here. And this is with one coat. I don't tend to put a lot of coats on, more than sometimes 2 coats of mascara. All right, so finally we're going to talk about the Organic Wear Tinted Lip Treatment. I have this in Ginger Snap, I believe. There's 5 different shades. It looks, what's really cool about this is metal, and then instead of just pushing up, it twists, so it locks. This looks really dark, but it is just tinted. It's not nearly this dark on the lips. It's much more of a sheer color. But lip balms are $9.49. Like I said, there are 5 shades. They are ultra nourishing and creamy to hydrate the lips and condition them. There is shea butter. Guess what? Coconut and jojoba oil and antioxidant vitamin E. So this is more like a balm. It reminds me a lot of the lip treatments that they had also, which I like. I have a couple of those, and I think those are really nice. So we're just gonna slide this on. There isn't a ton. You can kind of smell the shea butter, but it doesn't have a distinct fragrance or anything like that. Definitely moisturizing. I did have this on the other day, and it wore pretty well throughout the morning. I think I only applied it one more time at lunch, after lunch. I like that it twists and really kind of locks it in place, you know, so it doesn't fall out in your purse and get everywhere. But like I said, it's just a nice little sheer wash blush of color. I think it's really pretty, and it feels really nice on the lips. If you're going to be doing a lot of eating, a lot of drinking, and things like that, I'm sure you're going to have to reapply it. It's not one of those long-lasting things. It does slide around a little bit because of the shea butter and the moisturization. But it feels really nice. It doesn't feel super greasy. It just feels moisturizing, and it gives you a little bit of tint. So I'm going to finish my hair, do a little finishing up of things. I will list everything I use in the description box. I will also link the Physicians Formula products that I used. I will link those down below as well. As far as I know, they are only available on Physicians Formula website at this moment. I haven't found them in Walmart yet. They are not in Ulta. I think strictly on Physicians Formula. So you can go there or use one of the links. It doesn't matter to me. So I will finish up here and be right back. All right, so obviously this is the finished look. This is the look that you saw in the beginning of the video as well. And I like it. Again, if you're looking for something full coverage, even medium to full coverage, this foundation is not it. This is your no makeup day. This is gonna be evening out. This is gonna be a sheer wash of color. It's gonna give you very natural looking skin. It's not gonna cover up your blemishes. It's not gonna cover up any, you know, dark circles if you put the foundation up there, but it will even out the skin tone. It gives you a very, very natural look. It gives you nice luminosity to the skin. And I really like the ingredients that are in this specific line. I will definitely continue to use it. I even like the eyeshadow quad. Like I said, I've never used any of the Physicians Formula eyeshadows before, but I will use it. It will go very nicely, nice fall colors. Goes well with my shirt. And I am happy with the way this stuff has been performing so far. This is not a review necessarily. It's just going through the products. I have used them once or twice now, and I like it. Again, I will put a link down below for all of the Physicians Formula products that I use. I've not seen them out and about in Walmart yet, but I assume they will be coming out pretty soon, so keep your eye out for that, or just buy them online like I did. No big deal. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It is much appreciated. Follow me on Instagram at the Pesky Snarkatarian, and do your best, my friends, to always stay as snarky as possible. I will see you in my next video.